Hey there everyone, it's Neil Smith here, and today we are back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about stress and anxiety and the mere correlation with cortisol. So here's some two things that everyone loves. Coffee and sugar. And too much is bad for you because it amps up the brain and gets you and gets you all jumpy, which can cause the stress. But what is stress? Let's give ourselves a good example. Stress is when let's say I worked very hard for a test, and then I end up failing. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? That is that feeling, that anger and that desperation to know what did I ever do wrong? Like, what did I do wrong? I did it so well. I studied day and night, and I failed. How? Why? That goes into stressed, angry, sad, and also frustrated. And that's stress. But if it's stress that goes for too long, like that is anxiety. And if it's anxiety that goes over 3 months, that is called chronic anxiety. And PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, can cause stress, which then goes into anxiety, which then goes into chronic anxiety. Reasons for PTSD is isolation, abuse, and a violent past. Let's say you're at a war. And so how does this relate to with cortisol? Let's go see. Cortisol's main purpose is to help and moderate body things in your body. Proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. I gave 3 examples. So red is the deadly zone, unstable is orange, stable and green. So that's my color code. So everyone wants to stay in the yellow and green. That's where everyone else. The green, let's call it the Goldilocks zone. And cortisol can help keep inflammation down, internal and external. We don't want a massive red lump. We want to be nice, smooth skin. Cortisol also helps managing blood pressure, high and low. If it's too high, it will moderate back down to low. If it's too low, it'll amp it up. And cortisol can actually help in increasing the energy and then decreasing it. So let's say you're ready for a big soccer game. At first, when you wake up, you're sleepy, and then you get reminded. Okay, then you get into this. Then you get into, let's say you get in the car. You're getting ready. You just get closer and closer, and then when you get to the game, bam! You do your action. Then after the game, you start calming down. Ah, yes. And one last thing, it also helps boost the immunity system. Everyone wants to be in the good and very good zone. These 2 ranks are very good. But sometimes we can dip down to stable. That's not bad. But when we start going to unstable, dipping down very, very low from good, unstable, and deadly, that's bad. But what does cortisol do? It can add an extra rank called boosted. And that boosted rank can actually help you win last minute battle in your bloodstream. So, that is cortisol. And what are the effects of anxiety, which comes from the cortisol levels that are unstable, which then the stress goes into anxiety, then chronic anxiety. What are these bad side effects of anxiety? Blood pressure can go really high. Your heart rate is like, that's bad. In fact, you're more prone to infections, meaning instead of being the good and very good and maybe even boosted, you are at unstable and maybe even dip down deadly. It can even give you diabetes. The symbol for it, I couldn't really show diabetes, but I found the symbol. It's either a blue ribbon or it's a blue O, a circle. Light blue ribbon is for diabetes, the program that combats diabetes. The pink one you see is the cancer one. So it can also cause porosis, osteoporosis, the healthy, strong, sturdy bone. This is what we start off with, and we aspire to be with. But sometimes we can even go to dip down to unhealthy, weak, unstable bones, ready to break any moment. Next, it can even cause you to be too thin, like a toothpick, or it can make you obese. But don't lose hope. There are ways to combat this constant cortisol levels. Here are some tips and tricks to lower the cortisol levels. Get plenty of exercise to take down the cortisol levels. Especially in this pandemic quarantine thingy we're in, it's good to get exercise. Speaking of quarantine, I've been wanting to sleep in for a very long time, and finally I get my wish. Get a good night's rest. Helps take down cortisol levels. Next, eat good stuff. Eat salads, other healthy foods. Make a good impact. And try my salad. It might help. I've got some olives, I got some carrots, I got some spinach, I got lettuce, and I got some mushrooms. Yummy, delicious. And take feedback. Actually, it might help your case. Like go to your friends and loved ones and present the problem like, hey, I'm flunking in school. Can you please help me deal with that? And they'll probably say yes, okay. And taking feedback actually might help here. Go to loved ones, friends, and they might be just what you need. So that concludes it for today. Hope you like, share, subscribe. That red rectangle is a subscribe button. Subscribe, and that bell is you get pinged every single time I upload a video. Peace out.